it's linked down below if you want a little bit more quiet. I have been doing my Patreon for almost a year now, which is crazy. Thank you to everyone who's over there so far and who supported me on there. It's a lovely, really lovely space. So if that sounds like your jam, check out the link below, and also you can have a look at some of my Patreon videos, like little previews of them over on my Instagram. Call me Quiet ASMR. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so we're doing a what's in my bag, but this is what's in my college, university, or as we say here in Australia, uni. I think they say uni in England and the UK as well, so it might be a little bit different to what this bag, it only has two big pockets, but it's quite compact as well. So let's open it. And I like that it's got these kind of like brown kind of little pockets so that you can open it all the way, but nothing is gonna fall out because I'm that person, I just throw everything in. So first we've got my phone. It is currently 3:03 p.m. I'm trying to get this done before my housemates come back. And it's currently in a peeler case. It's like this bit is clear, and this is kind of that sort of like rubberized silicone feeling, and it's got a like pop socket kind of grip to it. But the peeler cases, they are home compostable. They are amazing. There's lots of different designs if you want like a solid design, or you like this kind of clear with the rubberized back. So yeah, you don't really need to feel guilty if and when you have to upgrade your phone and they change the sizing. So I really do like them, and purple we stan. So there's that. My biggest distraction, to be honest. I have problems. But when I'm not distracted on my phone going on YouTube or Depop or even like the dating apps, I am reading. So my current read is The Midnight Library. The Midnight Library. The Midnight Library. It is by Matt Haig. You may have heard of this book if you're at all into reading. It's been quite popular, and we're almost finished. It's a very easy read. It's kind of a dark premise, but it's quite a whimsical story. It's a whimsical story with kind of like, yeah, a dark origin to it. So I like the premise and the concept and the idea more than I like how the idea was executed in this book, I think. So yeah, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I would have thought, but it is quite a nice read, and it does make you question your life a little bit. It's basically this girl goes to this kind of magical midnight library with all these books, and she is able to try out different lives based on her regrets. Like, oh, I didn't start a relationship with that person. Let's test out a life where I do. So I think that's why I picked it as well, because if you ever have had any regrets or feel like you've had a missed opportunity, this might be the book for you. But also, I'm not sure. I'm not finished, but it's definitely not a 5-star read for me, unfortunately. Alright, now this was not meant to be a book review, so let's keep going. Okay, so the next item is adorable, and it's useful and zero waste. It is the Fresco Keep Cup reusable coffee cup. I got the small size, which I'm really not sure why. I think because I told myself, oh, if I only get the small size, I'll only be able to get smaller coffees and I'll save money. But sometimes you want a bigger coffee, and if you get a bigger cup, then you can choose your size. So I wouldn't recommend getting the small one, as cute as it is. But these ones were designed by baristas, and unlike Keep Cups, just because sometimes if I'm coming up with ideas, you just want to write it down and sort of get out your thoughts without having to type it on your phone. Usually I end up writing like bits of video ideas. Yeah, some of the stuff on this page is, I think it was ideas for like a sugar mom video, or just like a sentence for it. It says, "Oh honey, you've had a harder day, haven't you? I can see it in your eyes, you've lost that sparkle." So yeah, it's just handy to put out, to note down all my ideas. Then next, I have a little bit of a wrapper from these are the Health Lab. They're like kind of like an energy ball. I ate it obviously, but these are the Aussie Lamington flavour. Now, if you were to ask like what is a typical, stereotypical Australian food, Lamington is something that would come to mind. I'll pop up a picture, but I've never actually tried a real Lamington before, which is that bad? I don't know, but they have these little energy balls that are flavoured like Lamingtons. So basically it's like this coconutty energy ball that's like coated in dark chocolate, and then it has this this jam, this chia raspberry sort of jam in the middle. It is the most delicious thing ever. Like, why have a real Lamington when you can have this? It's like healthier and yummier. But yeah, Lamingtons are like a sponge cake coated in chocolate and coconut, and they have a jam layer in the middle. But most of the time I don't bring snacks or anything. I just spend all my money at the food trucks. Got a little hand sanitizer, the little tiny one. It's from the when I got my car. I don't know, they gave it to us, but it's handy to have for sure. Then next I have my like tiny little lip balm container. I just put petroleum jelly in this. I just decant it into here to take with me. I used to try out lots of different lip balms because I had very dry lips, and honestly, just petroleum jelly was all I needed. But also, if you have had really dry lips and don't know how to fix it, what worked for me was changing my toothpaste. Get yourself a toothpaste that does not have SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, in it. Okay, just life changing. Then I've got some lip products. If nothing else, I'll just have my lip balm, and then this is a lip pencil by Charlotte Tilbury. This is just lovely. All highlighters should be this colour, and they're just not too thick either. They've got quite like a small nib. I've been waiting to get this out of my bag. It's just a pack of gum, so I hope you don't mind gum chewing. I low-key love it, so although, can you buy like sustainable gum? Is that a thing? Because I just end up throwing this in the bin, which seems kind of wasteful, kind of bad. I guess I should get mints, but gum is just a lot more satisfying, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I literally never carry cash because it's just the bane of my existence, but in case you've never seen Australian money before, this is a $10 note. We call them notes here. I know in the US they call them bills. So that was a $10 note. The only reason I have this is because I've been selling and buying a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace, and some people on there will only accept cash or will only give you cash, and it drives me insane. But anyway, so I need to get rid of that. Then got my car keys. I really need to get a key ring. Well, I don't need one, but I want one. I do drive into class because it would just take way too long. I mean, I could take the bus, but it's like double the time, and I honestly can't justify that. Especially because I have like morning classes, so I end up driving, which I feel kind of guilty about. I was thinking maybe like if I go into class twice a week, like one day taking the bus in. But anyway. Then I have some pens. I really like these. These are the Uniball Signo pens, and I do buy the refills for them. And then you can, with old pens and highlighters, or with just the refill, you can recycle them through TerraCycle. I have spoken about TerraCycle in past videos, but I will link them below. They are global, so just because you don't live in Australia doesn't mean you can get away with throwing your pens in the bin, my friend. But check them out to see if there's like a drop-off point near you. TerraCycle is basically a company that organizes recycling collection for those kind of odd products that can't be accepted with your general household recycling. So check out and see if there's like a stationary pen drop-off point near you. Then we have my ID card. The only reason I bring this is because when you show it out at the cafes, you get discounts on your coffee because I have the Guild sticker on it. Is Guild like a thing at universities everywhere? Like we have a Guild. I don't know if it's like that everywhere. Yeah, if you join the Guild, you get cheap coffees. So this is a little quiet. You're able to upload your own photos, so I took like a selfie and like I may have photoshopped it a little bit. Anyway, and that's pretty much it for this big main compartment. Let's zip it up. And there's a little pocket there for your phone, and then there's also a zippered pocket here as well, which I like put in my like cards and yeah, I guess my money cards and things, but most of the time I just pay using my phone. So that is pretty much it. If I brought my iPad, that would fit in a lot better. But usually I end up staying after class and editing on campus because the Wi-Fi is so fast, like ridiculous. So that's why I need my laptop. So sometimes it's a little embarrassing because I will edit my video in the library with like heaps of other people around, and I just hope that they're not looking at my screen and wondering who is this strange girl who's editing videos of herself up close. But friends, that is pretty much it for what's in my bag for college. Am I missing anything? Oh, I am sort of. I do take a reusable water bottle. This one's